Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a happy Scrappy hour. I am Scrubbing Amy, and I am here. Oh, let's do some of the pictures. I am here for an hour of live scrapbooking. Now, if you have been hanging out with me at my lives, hey mom, then you know I have a ton and a half of Disney pictures. When I got all the Disney pictures developed, I also got a whole bunch of other photos, including me as an adorable toddler. Look at this. Look at that. I have a picture of my daughter trying to get out of her crib. I kind of want to do like a side by side of them. I was a cute kid, wasn't I? No wonder Elizabeth's so adorable. So we are going to do 2 photos of my sock eating child. I'm going to switch my keyboard with my ATG, and I went ahead and grabbed my Elise Studio supplies. So I thought it would be fun to pull out some of that. I have not used this in a while. This is from 2018, their Noteworthy collection. If I'm not mistaken, I have the 6x6 of that too. Yes, I do right here. Oh, I just had an idea. So if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I would love if you would subscribe. If you are enjoying yourself, hit that like button. I'm probably supposed to say like 7 more things. Leave a comment down below. Hit the bell so you're notified whenever I go live. That's the stuff I'm supposed to say, right? Yeah, that's it. All right. I think I am going to take one of the sketches for the sketch class with Allison Davis that I am currently taking. I'm not supposed to show the sketches on social media, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm also not going to completely follow the sketch because it has like some smaller photos. And when have I ever completely followed a sketch? Welcome, welcome to everybody here. We're going to pick some paper to go in the background that will look absolutely adorable with my little princess, who is all grown up. And if she was watching downstairs, I know she'd be rolling her eyes at her mother, because that's what they like to do when they're 12. I miss the days she would pull her socks off and eat them. I never thought I'd say that. I just want to put that out there. Ooh. Ooh. I like this background. And we've got the blues in there and a little bit more of the green leaning blues. And I'm betting we can find some darker blues and purples to add in. So let's see what we have in this one. And I cannot remember comparatively like how, oh, they are double-sided. Okay. Do you get the same patterns just shrunk down, or are they different ones? And I think there's some different ones. Do I have anything that has, helps if I look at both sides the entire time? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Something like that where I have all of the colors represented. Hello, Crystal. Welcome, welcome, girl. I haven't seen you in a while. I miss hanging out with people. I cannot wait until like we can go places and not wear a mask. That is like a huge dream right there. Okay. So let's pull this green. I did say there was green in here, right? A little bit. A little. It's a tealy green. So I don't think I'm going to quite go with that, but plus signs I think would look nice. I think I'd rather do this purple with white dots, so that way I don't have the white on white going on. So now I think I am going to still add that in. Now I need to decide which of, ooh, I kind of like that, but I still want some of this in there. But if I did that. I cut it in half and have the rest of it like coming out towards the bottom. I think I like that. Or I want to try that maybe with the purple. I can't do that. Has to go there. All right, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this whole, and then I'm going to cut the purple out. So let's trim down some paper. Oh, before I trim down paper, I was not sure yet, like when I started today, exactly what I was going to be scrapbooking, because I got busy looking at my new package that arrived from scrapbook.com. So it is the perfect excuse for a break, Crystal. Absolutely. So I was looking at my new package from scrapbook.com, and Mom, I know you haven't ordered these, but Crystal, have you ordered the new lunar pastes yet from Simon Hurley? Because I ordered 2. I didn't have the budget to order all of them, but I think I might. They are gorgeous in person, very sparkly looking, and I had an idea. I have a sunburst idea that I want to try out with these 2, so that way I can see how well they mix together. I suppose I can turn off my iPad over here. I'm not going to be shopping at the Silhouette store while I scrapbook. All right, here we go. We're except for this one, I'm going. So it's got some like pen stitching details, and it doesn't have it to all of them. So I think I'm going to add it to this. Which at some point, I actually do have an actual sewing machine here. My mother-in-law lent me one, and it was like 10 years ago. So how about I play with them at the end, Crystal? We'll make people stick around. Plus, oh, I'm very excited about this. I got two of his stencils. This is the one I was looking for, and this one just I thought looked cool. So had I been semi-intelligent, I would have, 1, picked my supplies ahead of time, and 2, realized that I needed to do pen stitching and done it before I started. Because I know this is not the most exciting thing to watch. But I am kind of, look, I haven't even brushed my hair from took a shower. I haven't brushed my hair, so it's not even pulled in a ponytail. Normally I'm wearing my hair pulled back. I'm all out of sorts. I went back to school in person this week for the first time, like with an actual teacher work days, for the first time with my class. I had not been in front of a class in 14 months. 14! That is just craziness to me. I cannot believe it has been that long. It was a little weird being back, but on the other side of it, it was really nice too. I have to confess, I missed seeing all of my teacher friends. We are planning tomorrow. So I came back, it's Spirit Week at my school, and we've had different dress down themes. Like today was sports, or wear your favorite, team t-shirt. I wore a Hogwarts t-shirt. I'm like, I like Quidditch. Someone goes, well, what team do you like on there? I'm like, Team Hufflepuff, of course. Duh. Huff Power. All right. So tomorrow is our carnival day, which it's a free dress down, so you don't have to do a specific theme. But 3rd and 4th grade get to do it at the same time, and we are all so excited because I told them they spent the whole year not really doing the Friday dance, because that's my thing with the kids. And so obviously the 4th graders know it because they were in 3rd grade with me last year. So I'm going to teach it to this 3rd grade classes tomorrow. And then when we all go out on the field for carnival time, we're going to do a very loud and exuberant Friday dance, since we are all finally back together. And I'm almost finally done with the pen stitching. There we go. Today's your kid's last day. Well, next Friday's supposed to be our last day. Should I ink or not ink? I'm kind of leaning towards not inking, which is so not me, but I think I can manage. Let's see. No, not those. I want to mat the photos. They're not matted in the sketch, but when have I ever let that stop me? Oh my gosh, this is where I put all my little puppy hearts and stars. I wondered where those went. Look at all of those. Those are going to have to show up in the layout today too. All right, let's pick one of these papers, not this one, excuse me, because I really like that. I want to use that cut apart. All right, I'm leaning this way. Oh, no, blue. Here it is. That's what I'm going to use. Moira, hello, hello. Ooh, am I going to be a rebel and not ink, or is it rebel? I never could figure that out. All right, let's see here. 6 1/4. Actually, I'm going to do 6 1/8. I'm going to do smaller ones. 6 1/8. I'm already adding in an extra 6x6 sheet. So I'll rein in my enthusiasm and keep my matting small. I'm excited. I'm hoping that we can get somebody to videotape it. It has been, I've done the Friday dance with my remote kids, at least the ones that know it. So, doing it. First graders that I've had obviously don't know it because they've not been 3rd grade. And I've had one 2nd grader, but she has a 5th grade brother. So she learned it from her brother and would dance. I'd have the two of them together and they would dance with me. I loved it. It always made them smile. And they're like, wait, we can't end yet. We got to do the Friday dance. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm never going to complain about that. Okay, this one. How did I say I was going to do this? This one goes first. Oh, I might gut that. It's not completely, but I do like the little cut apart things. All right, and then we're going to go here, and then like that. All right, so first up, let's chop this sucker in half so I know how much space I'm dealing with. Good morning, Mel. Happy Friday. All right, give us a report from the future. How's Friday so far? I get to dance with my kiddos tomorrow for the first time all year. So I'm hoping Friday is a good Friday. And I am rebelling. Look, no ink. Look, Ma, no ink. Is that straight, though? Where's my T-square? Relatively straight. Hold on, let me peel it up. There we go. All right. And then the stitching also has one that goes around, and I think I will do it on this one. That's the long one. Oh, I need that. No, do I need it scooted over? No, I think I will be fine like that. And then these are going to go here. Let's see how much I can cheat. If I put that there and did it like this, you're still going to see a gap down there. So that's not going to work. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right, not a problem. Not a problem. We are just going to cut blindly into this. Whatever made it out alive, made it out. Everything else, glue it down. All right, help me out, all of my Celsius people. 2 degrees is what in Fahrenheit? I do not know how to convert off the top of my head. This is why also I wear my hair pulled back. I got stray hairs that are like, hey, guess what? We're here. And I really don't want to use my phone to convert right now. I have this really off-centered. I'm okay with that. I mean, if it's 2 degrees, that's 0 is equal to 32. So I'm thinking under the 40s would be my guess. Where did my T-square go? There it is. Have you all seen the thing going around on Facebook about that if you're unhappy single, you're going to be unhappy married because happiness comes from art supplies, not relationships? I'm like, oh, I can agree with that. I'm okay with that one. There we go. And then we're going to put this one down. Oh, do y'all want to see 35? Okay, yeah, that is cold. That is a bit chilly. Chilly. All right. Knowing me, I'll peel something back up. Let's get some foam tape. So I'm blaming my entire scrapbook.com order on Simon Hurley and Shamel because she used this yellow chevron paper in one of her classes, her half and half class. I was like, oh my gosh, I texted her. I'm like, where did you get that? Is it this one? And I sent the link to that and she goes, no, it's not that one, but that one's really close. It's from Basic Gray, which was last week, which is why I was using the Basic Gray and using Soleil because I had been looking to see if I had it. And I was like, oh, I can mix it with this. But I finally, I broke. I was just like, I can't not. I'm also realizing I really didn't have to do all that pen stitching. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right. So we're going to turn that one a little bit there. I want to keep, I know I'm covering up her ear, but I'm okay with that. It's a blurry part of the picture. All right, where does the title go? So the title goes down here. And then there's some embellishing. All right. There we go, my sweet little angel. All right, I'm going to torture you guys one more time. And I want, is it like, yeah, it is just regular straight pen stitching. I thought it was like polka dots or something. We're going to outline to give it a little more weight to the page. Ooh, and I think I hear my daughter. Oh, I do hear my daughter. Elizabeth, come say hi.
What?
Come say hi.
Hi.
I don't know if you heard that, but that was my 12-year-old.
Hello.
I'm doing a picture of you tonight.
It's nice.
You're eating a sock.
Okay.
You're also like 2. All right, and we'll come down here. I've also realized there's a reason why I don't do real stitching or pen stitching because I really stink at straight lines. I also really stink at keeping lines mostly the same size. I learned that when we were doing art class in 8th grade. We had to do stippling and pointillism and hatching and cross hatching and blah blah blah, all this stuff. And I learned when we were stippling that it's like pointillism's only with dots, stippling's only with lines, like short lines. I think that's what it is. But I struggled with that so much. I'm almost there though. And then we get to do a title. What title? I didn't even think about a title. What should we call this page of my silly little toddler? I kind of like snack time. We could call it snack time. How about that? And the next question is, what color title should I do? Snack time socks. There we go. How about that? All right. Now we're done with the really boring stuff of watching me pen stitch. There's no anywhere. So y'all are safe now. All right. Title time. Let's see if I happen to have any lettery stuff in here. Crystal, don't let me forget about trying out that lunar paste, okay? I know me, I'll forget. I'm bad at that. Oh, how about favorite snack? Okay, I'm not a big fan of that though. As it looks like it's Favier. I'm like, I can read third grade cursive. I should not struggle with product. Put a sock in it. I love it. That's even better. Yep. Put a sock in it. Oh, I'm like, what do I have that's EM? That's me. Duh. All right. Put I love that. This is why I try not to come up with things before you guys show up too. All right, what color do we think it should be? SOCK. I could do sock in that. I don't think any of those match. Ooh, what about some Rosie Studio stuff? That might be a little dark. Hey, Ellie Studio. That would work. It's totally a cooler gray though. Oh, I know I've got some more Ellie Studio up here. Here we go. I've still got that same cool gray, but I've got the right shade of white. Scrapbooking taught me there are many shades of white. Never realized quite how many. Scrapbooking, and if you want to paint your room, suddenly you realize that white is not white. All right. Let's do this. So I can do sock in this, but the problem being is that it would be on that. So I should be able to do sock in this, which kind of goes with that darker blue. It's not a perfect match, but I'm okay. When have I ever worried about being perfect? Never. Perfect is boring. Sock is also not spelled with a P. We're just going to pretend I was, I don't even know what I could pretend there. All right, so here are my other letter choice. I'm leaning towards maybe purple. It is the same purple. We only have it once, but it'd be a nice contrast because otherwise I'd have the teal and the teal. What do you guys think? Purple, teal, or white sans serif? Where is there a K on here? I don't even know where this just came off of. There it is, somewhere over here. Here we go. Oh, that's an I. I was like, what is a U doing on this side? It's a cursive I. Yes. Alrighty. I don't know if y'all are not saying anything or if I'm just like, let me get a drink of water. I end up talking too much. All right, let's get the pokey tool. All right, hold on one second. My husband is deciding to call me. Let me just let him know that I am live. YouTube. On his way home. Okay, come on. Hopefully he's on his way home and not calling and saying, hey, guess what? You need to meet me at the emergency room, because, you know, that would kind of suck that I just turned him off to do YouTube if that's the case. I look horrible. Okay, I'm not happy with this cursive. You can't make it join properly. You don't get a nice slant. Okay, that's not going to work for me at all. All right, here we go. I could too. No, let's just keep it all with the purple. Hypothetically. P U T A. All right, quick. Crystal's vacuuming. What should we say? I don't know. Put a sock. Oh, we want to spell this backwards, don't we? So it matches up properly. Or at least how I want it to go. And yes, we'll get that one. At least they put more of these earlier numbers, like the lower numbers. Like I need lots of 1s and 2s. Do not need so many 6s and 7s. Put a sock in it. Oh, should I put an exclamation point on there? What do you guys think about that one? I'm thinking that is really way too far over. That's what I'm thinking. Back later and glue these down, because they are just not feeling too sticky. Put a sock in it. Okay. Next up, space for journaling. Journaling will go up here. And I said, so you can pull something. So I could have done that, have the lines go another way and not completely destroyed my piece. But that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Where's that paper? Yes to the exclamation mark. Awesomeness. Moira says yes, so I say let's do it. Wait, it's on the back of this one now. Oh, look at me. Remember to have stuff there. Let's put the exclamation in before I forget, because we know me about that too. Can I ask you something? How many plus signs do you normally use in your layouts? Like question marks, periods, exclamation points. It's got some apostrophes. I gotta say, plus signs don't come up too much. Neither do dollar signs. If they had put $1 and 3 hashtags, excuse me, # old, then I think that would have made more sense, at least to me. Alrighty. Now I want to add in, what if I put in like a little notes thing right up? I don't have much to say about this except to reminisce that she would do this all the dang time. She would take off her socks and start chewing on them. And she would sit there and chew on it while playing with other toys. And I'm just like, really, girl? Really? Really? I kind of want to add in some more colors, but I don't know which. Alrighty. Let's add in some of this stuff. We're going to pick some of these to add in. Never use plus signs. Okay, see? I think the only time I've really ever used a plus sign, I got a set of stickers once in a kit, and it had all these plus signs in it. I'm like, what do I use these for? So I'll use them kind of like I mean, there are plus signs on here. This is where it confuses me. I'm like, when did that become a motif that people go, oh my gosh, I need plus signs? I'm still confused over the ampersand trend. Like, how many ginormous ampersands can I conceivably use in my life? I'm going to tell you right now, not as many as I currently have. All right. Oh, do I still? No, I don't have that ticket, do I? It's like, do I have any of these? Memo might work. I say this with as much calmness as I can. That tag might work. If I have either of those in here, I might have used them. Oh, it's the same shade of gray. That's good. I clearly can't say currently. Let's see. You know what? I like this one better because I have no, maybe I don't. All of these feel too small. Figure out where she was. It looks like she was in her playpen, her pack and play. The pack and play days. Can't say night right now either. Do I want to cut out any of these? I am betting, I think maybe this dark one here. I'm channeling my inner Chamel right now and cutting this sucker by hand. I'm currently terrified. And realizing just how poorly I am at cutting straight lines. So I'm going to go over here and trim this sucker down a bit so my lines are not wiggly. There we go. That's better. I'll still be shocked I haven't managed to ink anything. That feels too, oh, excuse me, all of a sudden I got the hiccups. That feels too big. I'm going to have to peel up some of her picture. Good evening, Deb. Welcome. Here we go. Let's all say it together. It's not a layout by Amy unless she peels stuff up and sticks it back down again. All right. I think we like it. I'm using that royal we. I think I like it better with adhesive on the back. Let's start with that. With it tucked underneath. It gives me less space to write on it, but I like that bit of purple up there. All right, now let's start embellishing. Where does it have embellishments? Around the title, and then over here and over here. So this I feel like would be good maybe up there. Just like not one of the spaces I said they're embellishing on. Let's move the big paper out of the way and the letter stickers too. How are you doing today, Deb? Are you having an absolutely wonderful day? Hope you are. Having one of those days where it's just like, what's happening? Oh, I could put these stars in there because I have to put those stars in. Those are all colors that are in there. I feel like red's an odd one to mix in with that. So do you mix your hearts and your stars? There's a survey question for you. Moira, were you the one that was asking about that? I saw on a Facebook post today. Was that you? Because I was talking to, who was I talking to? Rebecca? Yeah. I was talking to Rebecca about it because she had mentioned on her live on International Scrapbooking Day weekend, month, whatever it is, that I don't usually mix hearts and stars, or she said something to that effect. She wasn't mixing them on the layout she did. And I was like, so I messaged her and I'm like, oh, there's your challenge. Now you got to do it. And she did. Oh, okay. It was Moira. Okay, good. It's like, this was a conversation I had with somebody like weeks ago, but I also know I saw it exactly today. I'm glad I remember who posted it. Get off these little teeny tiny hanging chads. Hey, Cindy, welcome, 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 girl. I have to say, I don't usually like set out to mix them. I don't not mix them. Like I've got lots of hearts and stars that actually match this, so I will happily mix them. I don't always have enough of a specific motif that I would, or a specific shape. Like if I mix stars and hearts, I want to have the same style of star. Like this is very it's not a regular, what is this? What's 10? It's not a regular decagon because the angles are not the same, but all these stars have the same, each side is the same length. Same with this. So I wouldn't like mix in like wonky ones. Like these are all straight, but these are like these hearts are all different. There are more plus signs. What am I? What? I should use all the plus signs on this. Should I do that? Hearts, stars, and plus signs. How about that? I feel like we're doing suddenly a Lucky Charms commercial. That's how we know if you're old. What were your Lucky Charm shapes? I remember when purple horseshoes were added, and then red balloons, and now there are freaking unicorns in that thing. Oh, good. So to have they need to be like similar. Like, this right here is a very regular looking heart to me compared to these like not scratchy ones. Not scribbly. What's the word? Brain is not currently functioning clearly. I am going to skip mixing in that red since everything else is kind of cool toned, unless I pull in some red like over here. So apparently I set out today and went, how many things can I open all at once? Is this a heart? Ooh, I like that. There's a star in the little circle. Some of the highlights, I might be able to fit that in. Because that would bring in pink with a little bit of red. Could bring in this. Could I put oh no down here? No, that looks like it's part of the title then. That's not going to work. Wonky. Maybe wonky hearts. Stretched. Can you turn the plus signs and make them in? Oh, that is a good idea. See, they even do that. Now it's multiplication though. Now we go from plus to multiply. I say that since I'm, that thing always keeps coming back. It never quite goes away. We're going to add in all of these circles. Oh, that I could add in. I have a date spot at the top. That's red, so we'll set it up there. I like that tab. Alrighty. So this is where I start going. I need some inking. But I'm gonna resist. Going to resist. Tuck that in right there. There we go. And then we're going to peel it up and cut off the hanging jad that I swear I looked for before I glued it down. There's a word to describe like irregular shape, and I cannot for the life of me come up with it. All right, this one's going to go over there. I want to figure out how to add that in. Let's peel this up. I haven't peeled up enough today. Don't like that now. This is what happens when I don't ink. Like, it all looks weird. It doesn't look weird. It just looks different because you're not used to things not being inked. I also apparently have lost all ability to pull up the edge of the paper. All right, let's start with this. Let's put down a large heart. All right. And then, you know what? I think this needs a like a word or something. A stamp. There we go. How about that? Let's see what stamp I can pull off over here. Okay, that's a planner stamp. That's not going to work. All right. Oh, look, here's one with X's and O's. Perfect, perfect. And where did that little half circle go? Let's stamp it in red, since that's the color I'm trying to add in as well. Come here, lobster. Let's get some old paper. Alrighty, there we go. Boop. Alrighty. Now that feels a little better. Oh yeah, I'm already liking that more. These are, ow, 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 ow. Oh, I broke my toe and it hurts and I just moved it again. How did I miss those stars? Talent. That's what I need to do one of my lives with, is the story of my broken toe, which I just want to assure everybody that okay, I don't want that one next to that. Oh, that can go down here though. That should I do the story of my broken toe, I'm not including a picture of said toe because that's gross. This one's going to go up on the phone. Wait, I have foam somewhere. Yes, I do, right here. Alrighty. This will look nice popped up. Brings. I don't know how I went to throw it away and got it to stick back on there. That is some talent. This needs something stamped on it. So let's see what else is on here. Best wishes, miss you, get well soon, good luck every day, happy B-Day, sending love, congrats. Oh, hugs and kisses. I can't tell what this cursive one says. With love? Little note. So we're going to go with hugs and kisses. We're going to pull that same red back out. It should fit. Yep, it'll fit. To make sure I pull this one backwards, this is my scrapbook.com receipt that has my address on it. I'm sure you guys would not do anything inappropriate with it, but who knows who else would watch this thing. All right, let's see. Can I do this? Oh, I got it. I actually got it to work. Like perfectly. Go. Full face? Oh my gosh, I love that. That is so cute. Alrighty, we're going to put hugs and kisses right here. Maybe. There we go. And then I think I'm actually going to move this one down here. yet again, I'm looking at this sketch and going, no, I don't think I'm going to follow it. But wait, yes, I am. But no, I'm not. I'm going to follow it, except I'm going to move this, add bigger photos, add fewer photos. Do y'all do the same thing with sketches? Like you get it and you're like, oh, I have a perfectly fabulous idea. And then by the time you're done, you're going, well, that was not the way I expected this to go. And then there are the people that are like, ooh, let me follow that exactly. And you look at it and you look what you came up with and you're like, how did we both look at the same thing and end up so different? Or is that just me? If it's just me, it's okay. Now, here's the tricky part. I'm going to need a label or something. I don't want to like trap space in there. So if I do this, which is where I was thinking about putting it, then I've got this teal triangle in there. It's cut off by the yellow heart and the blue border. So what I might, I could add in some more red. Let's do that right here. Okay, good. I am glad then I'm not alone on that train. I'm not even going to try to cut this because we all know how well that'll turn out. Alrighty, let's see. If I put that there, or do I want it right here? Now I'm still having the same, except now it's with white instead of this. Oh, can I really do this? That's where it's going to go, right there. I'm going to glue this coming out. There we go. Like that. Yep, I think that will be just fine right on top of the heart, just as soon as I cut off the hanging chads. Maybe. In this case, cut into the paper. There we go. All right. Love. And then, okay, this white one's going to go up here. And we still got a Nuvo drops to add in after all of this. Add this one so we get a little more of the cool tone because we've got nothing but warm colors with the label and the heart and the little love banner. Got that we can still add in somewhere. That can easily go over the corner. All right, and we have some of these round ones as well. Let me see, how does that look? I need to move it up just a smidgen. There we go. And then this one, I might not use. This one's going to go up on foam. Give a little bit more dimension and prominence. Oh, no, Deb. And I know it's one of those things where I'm like, it makes for really crabby content. Like, who wants to see me hanging chads off of all of these? But man, I gotta do it. I can't not. All right, we're gonna end up sprinkling in some Nuvo drops there, I know. And then this one is also going to go over here. We're gonna do it this way though. Okay, anybody else watching? Do you cut off the little hanging chads? And are you old enough to remember that election? And did I tell y'all what my daughter said? I think it was this week. I love my child, but she made me feel really old. like wicked old. Like, oh my gosh. She's talking about this essay she had to write in her 7th grade social studies class. And she's talking and she's doing what every 7th grader does. She's complaining about it, like, oh, I can't believe I had to do this, blah, blah, blah. Which is fine, because you know what? I complain about things all the time too. Yes, and yes, good. And I'm like, babe, what is your paper on? She go and she's like, I did it. I turned it in already. I'm like, that's great, because I didn't even know you had it. Great, mother of the year there. She goes, oh, it was about just thinking we're talking about history right now. It was about the communism and the fall of the Soviet Union. And I went, oh, because I remember when that happened. That was current events for Mama. And she goes, well, it is the last chapter of the book. I'm like, that's not helping. That is not helping Mommy feel any younger. Studying in books. That's I still remember some of that. It kind of makes me wonder what, like the coronavirus for her is, it's something her kids will probably study in school. And then she'll call me up and go, remember that time I complained about the essay? Yeah. And I'll be going, oh. We're going to tuck that one in right there. I also have to say I'm impressed that she made it that far in her history book, because if you were to ask me, history stopped at World War II because that was about as far as we got, and then it was June and time to go home. And then next year we started it all over again. Wish I had a blue heart. I still want to add in these little plus signs. What do we think? Do we need any more of the cardstock stars and hearts? Maybe something down here. Because I have 1, 2. I don't have a third one. Let's add in some of this and see what we get. I was talking to my coworker, and yeah, we're studying. The kids are doing stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I had him grab the thesaurus to help him with this one particular assignment, and we were talking, and she's like, yeah, I don't know why you don't have more thesauruses, and I was like, I don't either. I also don't know why I have dictionaries that are older than some of the teachers in this building. The original dictionaries that were in my classroom. So remember, I was the first teacher in my classroom at my school. And we got, other schools in the system got like new furniture and new books and all that, and we got a lot of hand-me-down stuff. And so one of the things we got, I got a set of like 12 dictionaries printed in 1993, which doesn't seem that bad when you realize the school opened in 2003, you're like, oh, that's not too bad. But now in 2021, I'm like, we have staff at the school who are friends of mine who are younger than my books. I'm just like, it's one of these things where like my brain cannot comprehend all of that. Like, how is that even possible? And I have that little, I'm like, I don't like that one. Ooh. Oh, I kind of like that there though. I'm gonna put it over. There we go. So it's just things. Mom, I'm sorry for everything I ever said to make you feel old. Let me just reassure you that your granddaughter, your oldest granddaughter, since now you have more than one of those, your oldest granddaughter is paying me back for everything I ever said to you about being old. Okay? I'm sorry, Mom. Y'all mark this little moment in YouTube history so you can come back and remind her. Amy apologized when she made you feel old. Hello, husband. I guess he walked away and didn't want to say hi. Go get the thesaurus. What's that? Well, the kid I asked was like, have you ever used one? And he's like, no. And which for third grade isn't uncommon. Like we teach dictionary skills and stuff like that in my classroom because I am that teacher that, do you know how to spell this? Go look it up. And the joke is, well, if I knew how to spell it, I wouldn't have to look it up, but I need to know how to spell it to look it up. That's which is why I give my kids the first 3 letters of words, which is fun when the words are like 5 letters long and they're over there for a good 20 minutes trying to find that word in the book. I'm like, really? Oh, this one can go right here. Maybe. There we go. All right, used up all of the warm colored plus signs and multiplication signs. Smirk. Yeah, Mom. You realize, though, Jen's the only one of us that doesn't work with kids. She's never going to apologize for making you feel old. Should I put... Karen might, being a teacher. Rachel probably will. She's got 4 kids. At some point, they will make her feel old, too. Okay. I need 2 more over here. That one. And this one. And 1, 2. Let's do a purple one. We don't have any purple in this grouping yet. But not right there. I'm going to stab myself with these tweezers one day. Why are tweezers so stabby? Okay. Signs. Let's add in a little bit more because clearly there's not enough going on in these places. More. Let's see. I don't want to. Is that a yellow one? Yellow there. Green one can get tucked right into that little pink star corner. And something here. Oh, red. Red would work. Red would work well. Is this one I glued down? No. At least that was right. There we go. All right, now that fits kind of in both of those little corners. Let's take this teeny tiny purple. Right there. Nope. Pushed over a little bit. There we go. Okay. No, Mom. No, you should not start the I remember when. I've said that to my students. I've also said, well, when I was a kid, and as soon as those words came out of my mouth, and this was before I had kids, okay? As soon as those words came out of my mouth, I just stopped and stared at my class. And they were like, what? What, Ms. Byers? And it's just like, oh my gosh, I just became old right there. I was like 26. I'm old. And these are chipboard. Okay, it is time to add in some Nuvo drops, and then we are going to be done. I have no clue what the date of this photo is, which I will add here at the date. I am also going to add it at the bottom because that's where I tend to look first and foremost. So, colors. I almost didn't pull that one. I think I'm going to go with these. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. All right, do some calming aqua. Because I can't not have aqua on my layouts, apparently. We're going to put some right here. And right here. Right there. And one up there. And down here. And I'm not going to get my hair into it. Hopefully. I mean, it's me, so I very well may get my hair into it. Oh, thank you, Mel. All right, next up, I think this is Duck Egg. Nope, this one's Blue Babe. So they have two light blue Nuvo drops in the crystal gloss. And I know Moira and I had the conversation, do I need both? No. Because I would bet if you had one and not the other, you would go, oh, well, that one matches. Oh, well, that one matches. I have both. Do you need both? No. But if you want both, go for it. Because, I mean, they're Nuvo drops. You can't ever have too many Nuvo drops. This is where my head yell in, but what if you run out of space? Then you have a space problem, not a Nuvo drop problem. Those are two very different things. Nuvo drops are tiny and cute and inexpensive. And therefore are never the problem. Ooh, right here. There's a spot. And up here. And I need one more over here. Right there works. And then that's a good question. So Mel asks, she's not used them, but how long do they take to dry? I usually set it aside for at least 3 or 4 hours. I prefer to set something aside for at least overnight. So like this, I will put into my drying rack. Oh, sorry about that. Put this in my drying rack and just let it sit. I will not put it into a page protector for at least a couple days because I'm worried that the easiest one to tell when it's dry are the vintage drops because they go on shiny and then turn a matte finish, which is great, but it's everything else is kind of hard to tell. The jewel drops are also good because they go on translucent and dry transparent. for, hold on, let me get this double one done. I'm always concerned when I put it into the page protector that I will not have waited long enough and that the top and the outside part will be dry, but the inside won't, and it will like not tear it, but kind of like tear the dried part and smear. Of course, I have irrational fears about ridiculous things, so you may not worry about that. They will flatten out a little in albums. And I know some people are like, I can't have an embellishment that is round and then it flattens out. It won't look right. Okay, I guarantee you the only people that would potentially notice are going to be other scrapbookers. Okay. And any scrapbooker that is looking at your layout and makes a disparaging comment about your Nuvo drops, why do we care about what they say? Oh, yay, Crystal's back. So, I was like, why is this in the wrong order? Maybe everything's got to be in number order. So, I like to have it sit out for 3 or 4 days, usually a week. To be honest, what I tend to do is I keep my layouts all stacked up. So tomorrow I would take this and put it on the top of my stack of finished layouts. So that way, by the time I do my next layout, the next layout will have sat out for a couple hours, will sat out overnight at least. This one will have sat out even longer, so I'm not as worried about it. So what I was saying, they will flatten out a little bit because you've got the page protector pressing down on it, and all the other pages, and it's not it doesn't dry hard like we think, like enamel dots. I mean, Nuvo drops that are dry, you can still go in and like I could still poke it with my pokey tool and like dent them. Okay, so they're softer. They are not a 100% replacement for enamel dots. And I know some people are like, I don't like how high it domes. I want my nice regular flat ones. And I'm like, then use enamel dots. I mean, I'm not going to think any differently of you. I happen to like enamel dots and Nuvo drops, and I want enamel dots in every dang color, which is why I started buying Nuvo drops. Nuvo drops, I could have a lot of colors, and it wasn't going to cost the same amount that enamel dots would. I mean, I've got over 100 bottles of Nuvo drops compared to, and they're $3 a bottle versus $5 or $6 for a pack. I have yet to use up any of my bottles of Nuvo drops, including this one here, which you can see is empty from about here to here. And this is the one that I went and exploded on I don't remember if it's here or if it's Facebook, but I was doing a live and I squeezed too hard and it went everywhere. So I've not even used it up. Whereas my $5 sheets of enamel dots have definitely used up. Now I am remembering I told Crystal told me, thank you, Moira, that I needed to test out Simon's new lunar paste. Because I just got into colors. Crystal, look at that. I actually remembered because I've said it. There's something else on my Facebook one that I was like, oh, well, remind me when we're done and I'll show that to you. And then I always forget. That'd be the ADD thing coming in. All right, so I picked up, this is Slippery When Wet. Oh, it's like right underneath the title. It's not, let's search for the title, search for the name. It's right there. And this one's Traffic Cone. He said he was keeping them to match his ink colors, so you knew what you were getting, which I think is a pretty smart thing to do, actually. I need to get this bottom part off just because it will annoy me. And I'm done with the layout, so if you're just here for the layout, please don't feel like you have to stay. Unless you know you're, that's interesting. It was like, it's got stuff dried on it. That might be something. I'm going to take a quick picture of this. because I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like that. Okay, let's get a spatula out. So just putting it down, very first thoughts, it is very smooth, which is nice. And if you've watched any of Simon's videos, it dries and has an absolutely gorgeous metallic, which is one of the reasons I decided I wanted to try it out. It's a little, I think, I'm trying to think of what to compare it to. Ooh, I got out a lot more than I thought I would. A little goes a long way. And I mean, these are, I think they're 2-ounce bottles. Yeah, 2 fluid ounces, 59 milliliters. Knowing me, this stuff will last me forever and a day. What I'm curious about, though, is mixing them or blending them, I guess, together. What would be a good tool to blend them? Not this one. Let's try one of the little tonic ones. Because what I would love to be able to do is kind of a, ooh, like that. Let's see how I get here. Ooh, okay. I'm liking that. You've got, oh, that one. Let's put it down here. I just realized I'm not looking to see if anybody's commenting on anything, so I'm ignoring you all of a sudden. Okay, nope, nobody said anything. Good. Mix this up a little bit so you get kind of a yellow orange in the middle. Kind of works. I do like that they're not totally mixed, so this should dry to have the orange and yellow kind of mixed together. And let's pull out another sheet of white that's slightly bigger than my scraps there. I will post some pictures of this dried on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, feel free to follow me there. All right, yeah, this is like insane shiny, metallic-y. I'm going to have to get the other ones. My hope is that he comes out with a nice cool toned pink, and the purple I would love to see him do is the one that's Crown Me, which is more of the blue leaning purple than a plummy red leaning purple. The orange, just looking at it like this, does not seem to have the same metallic shine that the yellow does. That may change as it dries. I don't know. The stuff that's shiny in there is the is mica. Here's another question. I wonder, can you make it into like paint to flick it? Let's find out. It doesn't really seem to want to mix with the water, but it will. It just needs a little bit of working. So yeah, I am betting this would actually work. My water's all dried out. This would probably work fairly well to flick. All right, this is where, oh, there we go. We're going to add in some of these little paint flecks and see how that dries. Let's go ahead and try that too with the orange. Alrighty. It's interesting mixing it with the orange. It's kind of gets a little bit of a cooler consistency. All right, I don't want to change paintbrushes, so we're just going to mix a little bit of that. Ooh, that is pretty. All right, I'll put pictures of this up too so we can see how they dry. Let's put some on here too. And attempt to sort of clean my brush. It's totally clean, right? Yeah. All right, so now we've got flecks of the orange and the yellow on black and on white, as well as mixing things. This is definitely mixing things. Ooh, that's almost like that's almost kind of coppery. I wonder how it would work as a paint. Doesn't show up well on the black. I'm curious how it will dry. Same thing, if it'll be more like a watercolor wash. All right, so those, just trying out a little bit with the new lunar pastes. It's always fun when a new product arrives on a day I'm doing a live. I am gonna, I think, email scrapbook.com. I bought these from scrapbook.com, but email them and figure out. I'm pretty sure taking it out in chunks is not how it's supposed to be. But that is okay. The product inside, I think, is okay, but I'm worried that this will dry out faster because now I can't get a good seal from the lid. Whereas this one, I don't think I'll have a problem with. That was the other thing. I was a little wary on purchasing this. I have a ton of Nouveau embellishment mousse, and this is definitely a smoother consistency. It reminds me of like butter you've left on the counter and how nicely it spreads on warm toast, whereas the embellishment mousse is a little bit stiffer of a consistency. And I know the embellishment mousse has a tendency to dry out a little too fast for my taste. So I'm curious how long this will last. That's another thing I wanted to wait and see, is now that I've opened it, how long does it last? The fact that it was just sealed with the plastic shrink wrap, to me, is a good sign. It doesn't need any inner foil like the embellishment mousse. So we'll see. I'll let you know if something happens and it suddenly I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been open 2 weeks and it's dried out. Oh, I mean, even the embellishment mousse doesn't dry out that quickly. So thank you guys so much for joining. This is where I'm supposed to do that call to action thing again and say like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit the bell so you're notified whenever I go live, which is pretty much Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time here on YouTube. And over in my Facebook group, there's a link down below for Sundays at 3 p.m. for Happy Scrappy Sunday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Crystal, thank you so much for making me try this out because I probably would have waited. And I will see you guys later and hope you have a lovely evening. Bye.